Hey guys! Today we're going to be taking a look at the Mystery Ranch 2-Day Assault Pack, which is a very comfortable and durable 27-liter tactical travel bag. I've been testing this out for about a month, and so far it's been a really great experience. Like the other Mystery Ranch bags that we've looked at on the channel, it has a great harness system and a very solid build quality. I also really like the overall aesthetic and the amount of space that this offers, so I'm really excited to share it with you guys, and I want to thank the company for sending the bag for me to test out. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting out with the overall aesthetic, the bag has a pretty technical and tactical feel that looks like it's going to blend in well into a variety of environments, particularly if you want to take this into the outdoors. With that being said, because of all the MOLLE webbing and straps that it has, it's not super subtle, so it might not be as appropriate for a business setting. I'm personally a big fan of tactical style bags, and I actually like this look better than the more minimalistic style of something like Mystery Ranch's Urban Assault 24. So really like the overall aesthetic here. The bag is offered in a variety of colors. The version that I have here is kind of a moss foresty green, but it's also offered in a khaki and a black, so it really works well in all of those different color combinations. As far as the materials, the bag is made out of a very durable feeling 500D Cordura fabric that also feels like it's going to offer a nice amount of weather resistance, and that it also has some really nice beefy YKK zippers all around that have some aqua guards on them to help make sure that your stuff is going to be very well protected from the elements. So all in all, just a very solid build quality. This definitely feels like a bag that's going to be able to hold up to rougher trips. And then continuing along the outside, I was very happy to see that the bag has two external water bottle pockets. This isn't something that we've seen in a lot of Mystery Ranch's other bags, so really happy to see these included here. In this pocket, I was able to include the same water bottle that you've seen in all my other travel bag videos, and that fit in there pretty easily. The pockets have a nice amount of volume and elasticity, so if you have something a little bit thicker, it should be able to fit in here okay. It is a little bit shallower than I would like to see for a pocket like this, so if you have something a little bit taller, you may want to be careful as it might tip over, but overall, still really nice implementation here. Love to see these included. And then while we're on the outside, as I was mentioning earlier, the bag does have a nice amount of MOLLE webbing, so this is going to offer a lot of great attachment points where you can attach things with carabiners. Currently what I have here is my hero clip that I like to take with me to hang my bag up, but this MOLLE webbing is also going to work well with a lot of the different accessories that are on the market that you can use to customize your bag. So I attached my Orca tactical pouch that you've seen in a few of my videos, and it worked very well here. Nice to have a lot of versatility in how you can kind of set up the organizational options on the bag. And then along the front, you also have two additional compression straps that are going to be great for giving the bag a slimmer aesthetic when it's not as full. On top of that, you can also use this for attaching larger accessories such as a sleeping bag or a sweater. The only negative that I see here with these straps is that when you want to open this larger zipper in the main area up, you do have to release these, so it can slow you down a little bit, but I still like the additional versatility that they add to what you can carry. Moving into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 27 liters, which is a really great minimal travel bag size in my opinion. The name of this bag is the 2-Day Assault Pack, and I would say this can definitely hold that, and depending on what you pack, you can actually travel for much longer with the amount of space that this offers. And then on top of that, I really like that even though this can hold a lot, it doesn't really stick out that much. I was actually surprised how slim of an aesthetic it kept even when it was fully packed out. And then that slimmer aesthetic is going to make it good for walking around crowded areas or jumping onto public transit, and then it's also going to make it a little bit easier to carry onto international airlines. And then moving on to the straps and the back paneling, this is definitely one of my favorite parts of the bag. Mystery Ranch in general has some really great harnesses, but so far I believe this has been the most comfortable. I really love how the straps have been implemented here. They have a nice amount of padding. They're really soft. On the inside, they have this meshy material to help prevent moisture from building up. And then on top of that, they also have a really great width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's fully packed out. And then moving up along the top, you have a lot of different configuration options here. You have these load lifters that are going to be great for pulling the bag closer to your back, especially since it's a little bit taller. And then you can also adjust the height of the harness. You have a variety of options here on the straps, and then you can actually release this Velcro here on the inside and adjust it to make sure that it's a very comfortable fit. This harness system is actually offered in two different sizes. The version that I have here is the men's small, so this is a smaller option. Mystery Ranch has some good instructions for how to measure the right size on their site, so I found that pretty easy to use, and so far I'm happy with my choice for this size of harness. And then moving on to the back paneling, this has also been really comfortable. Same type of padding here that we saw on the straps. It also has that meshy material to help prevent moisture from building up. I do wish that there was a little bit more elevation and air channels to provide some better airflow, but overall it has felt great. I really love the support that it offers all throughout. On top of that, the bag has a very rigid and supportive frame sheet that goes from top to bottom, so it just feels very great, especially when I'm wearing the bag with a lot of weight. And then even towards the bottom, I really just like this elevation here to provide some great support for your lower back. So it's going to be really important to be very careful about measuring the length of your back to make sure that you get the right harness. But if you measure that properly, you're going to end up with a very comfortable carry overall. The last thing that I'll mention while we're on the harness system is that it does have an adjustable and removable waist belt, and this is very simple here. I'm not super crazy about this style of waist belt. It doesn't really offer much in the way of padding. I don't feel like it offers that much additional support, so most of the time I usually just end up removing this style of waist belt. So I like that it's fully removable and it's not something that you have to tuck away. And then if this is something that you personally like to use, it's still nice that this was included. Jumping into the organizational options, the bag has a very simple but effective layout, so just a few compartments on the outside. Before jumping into those, I will mention that there is one small Velcro patch near the top where you can add a variety of morale patches, so I usually just keep this pretty simple, but nice that you have that ability to add that personal touch to the bag. And so flipping the bag around just to make it a little bit easier to access these top quick access compartments, they're both located on the lid of the bag, and I really like the layout here. And so starting with this one here at the bottom, this one's the smaller of the two compartments. It's going to be a little bit quicker access. I really like the protection on both of the zippers. It really feels like whatever you have in here is going to be very well protected. So a nice amount of space, no sort of internal organization or fleece lining in this compartment. So what I currently have in here is my Ray-Ban sunglasses with their case. And even with those in there was still some leftover space if I wanted to toss in something like my wallet or my phone while going through TSA. And then behind that, there's another larger compartment. I really was impressed that I was able to effectively use both of these pockets, even though they kind of sit on top of each other, so they have kind of an independent volume, which I really like to see here. And so a lot of capacity in this compartment. This one's a little bit different in that the bottom of the compartment is actually this meshy material that allows you to see into the main area of the bag. Can't actually open it, but it's still nice to just have that additional ventilation. And so jumping in, plenty of space here, great for both your accessories. First thing that I have here is my Kindle e-reader. And then I also have my Field Notes notebook, and then I have my GoPro Hero 3 Plus. And then the last thing that I have in here is just a simple lightning cable to charge my phone. And so even with all the items that I had in there was still plenty of leftover space. I can easily fit both of my hands in here. You can see just how much this compartment comes up, so plenty of volume here. This is gonna be a great spot for maybe putting something like a dot kit or your toiletries while you're going through TSA if you wanna get to them quickly. So really love the simplicity and the amount of space offered in both of these compartments at the top. And so the next area that we're going to take a look at is the laptop compartment, and I really like that this has a side access zipper to make it very easy to get your laptop in and out. At the top there's a zipper garage to help add some additional protection from the elements, and so opening this up, very easy to get your laptop out. Plenty of space in this compartment. Currently what I have in here is my 13-inch MacBook Pro, but this can definitely hold up to a 15-inch laptop. As you can see, there's some leftover space at the top. And so the compartment does offer a nice amount of padding, especially on the back, because you have that really rigid frame sheet that also helps support the bag when you're wearing it with a lot of weight. No sort of fleece lining on the inside, which would have been nice to see, but I do like that the compartment is actually suspended from the bottom of the ground to help add that extra bit of protection when you drop your bag. So pulling my laptop out. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. It does come up a decent amount, so if you have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in here okay. One thing to note is that the laptop compartment is actually in the main area of the bag, as opposed to something like the Urban Assault 24 that had a completely separate area. To me, this works pretty well, and for the most part, I really like that even when I pack the bag out, it doesn't feel like the laptop is really tightly held in here. So overall, just a really great implementation that definitely makes me feel like my laptop is going to be very well protected. And so moving into the main area of the bag, this has Mystery Ranch's signature tri-zip opening. We've seen this in a few of their other bags, and like those bags, a cool thing about this is that it has kind of a quick rip system. So it has this lip at the top that sticks up a little bit that allows you to pull the bag open quickly when you want to just reach in and grab something from the top. So really like the versatility and the quick access offered here. And then because the lip does come down well, the compartment is fully protected from the elements, and then you also have those very thick YKK zippers. So really like the implementation here. Really great that you don't have to open the bag up fully and worry about things falling out if you just need to grab something from the top. And then if you do want to access kind of the full compartment for easier packing or to get to things that are on the bottom, you have to release the buckles, and then you can open up this kind of duffel style opening here that gives you a nice wide view of everything that's on the inside. And so as I mentioned a little bit earlier, this compartment has 27 liters of space, and I was very impressed with how much I was actually able to hold. Definitely enough items to take me for up to a week or 2 weeks of travel, depending on how minimally I want to pack. And I really like that even though I put a lot of stuff in here, the compartment doesn't feel like it's exploding. And so jumping in, the first thing that I have here is my Air Dot Kit. Next up, I have a smaller packing cube that has my t-shirts and socks and smaller clothing items. And then I also have a smaller pair of shoes. These are a pair of Toms, which I like to take with me on every trip. And then the last thing that I have here is my larger double-sided and compressible packing cube from Arkedo, where I have my dress shirts and jeans and just larger clothing items. And so now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. Very simple layout here. This is what makes it really great for holding bulkier items such as packing cube. I love how easy it is for me to lay everything out. And then looking at the back of the compartment, in addition to the laptop sleeve, which we see here, you also have a simple sleeve on the front of that to maybe put something like a tablet or a notebook. And so I really like that this is slightly padded. It's not quite as padded as the laptop compartment, so I would have liked to have seen just a little bit more rigidity here, but this is also a little bit elevated, so it offers a nice amount of protection and simple organization for this main area. And then one thing that I do want to point out with this main area is at the bottom of the bag, it does have these holes to allow for ventilation and drainage if the inside of the bag happens to get wet. But it is something to note, if you happen to be placing the bag down, there is a chance that water could get inside of this main compartment. So just something to be aware of here. And then a little bit earlier, I also forgot to mention that in addition to having MOLLE on the sides and front, you can also see that it has some additional lash points on the bottom. So moving back into the main area, on the sides you have a pretty identical layout on each side. Starting off on the right, you have these deep kind of slip pockets here that you can use to store something like a sandal or an umbrella, and I really like how deep these goes to prevent something from kind of flipping over. You can also maybe toss in an additional water bottle in here. And then at the top you also have some mesh zippered compartments. This one here offers a nice amount of volume and space. It's going to be great for holding some smaller accessories that you don't want getting lost in the bottom of the bag. And so what I currently have here is some of my tech stuff. I have just a USB-C dongle, and then I also have my Apple Magic Mouse. And so a really simple compartment here. I love that it's very easy to see what's on the inside, and then just how much these compartments end up coming out to give you a lot of flexibility with what you can store. Moving on to the other side, a very similar layout here. You have this larger, deeper slip pocket as we saw on the other side. Currently what I have in here is just a simple bendy tripod that I like to take with me to get footage while I'm on the go. And then moving up along the side, you have one additional mesh zipper compartment here, very similar in capacity and style to the other one, so no sort of internal organization here, just a nice amount of space. And currently what I have here is just some smaller accessories. I have a stylish and a simple nail clipper, so really like the overall simple layout of this main compartment. It's very effective, easy to lay out, and if you're looking for a spacious and durable bag that you're going to be able to take with you to a bunch of different environments, this is going to be a great option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a really great experience testing out the 2-day assault pack over the past month. It's been very comfortable to wear. It has a great build quality. I really like the overall aesthetic, and it just has a really nice amount of space. And so you can currently purchase this on Mystery Ranch's site for about $200, which is definitely a bit of an investment, but considering the features and build quality that you're getting with this bag, it feels like a pretty reasonable price, and it also compares well to other bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, one of the first bags this made me think of was the Mystery Ranch Urban Assault 24, which actually has a pretty similar layout and aesthetic. It doesn't have any of the MOLLE webbing that this one has here, so it's going to be a little bit better for kind of a more office or city environment. On top of that, it's also offered in smaller sizes. So we tested out the 24-liter version, which is slightly smaller than this, but can still hold an impressive amount. And then they also have it in 21-liter and 18-liter versions, which are more geared towards daily carry. So just a really nice option there. If you like Mystery Ranch's aesthetic and their harness system, but you don't want the tactical look, then that's going to be a great option to check out. The next bag this made me think of was the Air Duffel Pack 2, which is another great, spacious, kind of all-purpose bag that has a little bit more of a minimalist and sleeker look. It's very comfortable. I really like the organizational layout with that one, and it's going to be great if you have to carry gym gear with you on a day-to-day basis, as it has a separate shoe compartment and just some really nice pocketing. So if you're looking for something that's going to offer a lot of weather resistance and a little bit more of a modern look, that's going to be a great option to check out. Another bag this made me think of was the 511 Rapid Quad Zip Pack, which is one of my favorite all-purpose bags. It has a great tactical look. It has a little bit of a simpler layout than this. That one also comes in at about 27 liters. It doesn't feel like it can hold quite as much as this just because it has a much slimmer aesthetic, but it's still a very capable bag. Great build quality, very comfortable to wear, and if you're looking to save a little bit of money, that one also comes in at under $100. It's going to be a great alternative if you're looking for something like this. Another good option if you have a little bit of a tighter budget is the 3V Velux Assault Pack, which we looked at really recently. That was a very solid bag that came in at under $100. It had a lot of nice organizational options, a very tactical look similar to this one, and just a lot of space. And so that's not going to be quite as comfortable as this. It's definitely not going to have the same build quality, and the organizational layout is going to be a little bit different, so it's not going to have the tri-zipper that this has here. But if you're looking to save some money and you're just looking for a simple and versatile option, that's going to be a great option to keep in mind. And then the last option that I'll mention here, if you have a little bit of a higher budget, is the GoRuck GR2. The 34-liter version is still one of my favorite all-purpose travel bags. That has a fantastic build quality, it's very comfortable to wear, and it has a different organizational layout to this, so if you prefer clamshell style bags and you still want a tactical aesthetic that's going to allow you to customize your bag with a little bit of MOLLE webbing, and you have a higher budget, the GoRuck GR2 is still going to be one of the best options that you can check out. With all that being said, the 2-day assault pack compares really well to all those bags, and if you're looking for something versatile and durable that's going to have a very, very comfortable harness, this is going to be a great option to check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the 2-day assault pack, and if there are any other similar options that you think I should feature on the channel. As always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company again for sending the bag for me to test out. And if you guys found this video useful, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and thank you guys so much.